If everything was light, if there was only light, there would be nothing to see. Well, everything is light, but we had a mind to see shadow, and by seeing shadow we could find that light. Everything is God. If everything is God, what is there to look for? Everything is the same God. There is nothing to see. Well, we had a mind to see shadow, and through the shadow we could find God. Why do we have that mind? The mind itself is the shadow. It hides the light from our vision. It hides God from our being. But a shadow is depending on light. So if you see through that shadow, through that mind, you can see God everywhere. And even inside yourself, this body, which is also mind structure, it is just thoughts. If you see through this shadow body, you can see God, you can see light everywhere, in and out, all over. Nothing but that very same God, the very same light. It is inside and it is seeing light through your vision. No more shadow. Never ever. Shadow is gone. It is seen through. There is your happiness. Whatever you see, it's what is imagined by the mind of God. If you see everything as that, as God, what else can you be than God, the great imaginator? Get your thoughts back from your imagination. Get your thoughts back from your own form. It's not real. You, as form, are imagined by this great power. This great power imagines every single molecule of creation is imagined by this one great power. It's inside you. And you from the inside see all it appear as forms. And then you, as formed person, believe that you see all those things and you are apart from it. And that's the whole story. You are inclusive in all what is imagined. And it is imagined by the inner power that you are. So you don't have to search for anything in that world because it's not really there. If you start searching in the world, you will be lost. And that what is lost is your own form in all those forms. And what you really are is your inner power. You imagine all this. You are this great immense ability to make up all those forms. Don't believe it as real. Enjoy it. That's all. You made it up to enjoy the forms. That's why. And the joy points to your inner self, which now is aware of its own inner being. It doesn't need to make forms anymore, but as it is fun, why shouldn't it? If God, you inner self, are able to make up forms and also to make up, to stop making up forms, well, there's no need to make them and there's no need to stop. It's all imagination. And you, as person, think you are part of that, but when you go deep inside, you know you are this great imaginating power. Nothing to do. If everything is whole, what is there to see in wholeness that is not whole? It is totality, and it is your own mind that makes it up. Deep inside, that's where you are. Every single thing is God. It is His power. God gives Himself in all forms. Your self gives itself in all forms. This inner power, God, self, it has no name. It is tremendous, full of love and energy. It is able to make a whole cosmos imagined. It's able to make up all appearances, and it gives its own form to all appearances. Every single thing is the appearance of God. That's your happiness. That's the realization. That's your enlightenment. Every single thing is the expression of God, of the self, inner self. God gives its form to all forms. See it. Be blessed. I am just an appearing in God. It's not my doing. Everything is an expression of God. It is an appearance of God. Whatever you see, it is God. So this also is an appearance in God. It's not my doing, it makes me free. And we all are growing to wisdom, to understanding what we are. And then the outer form disappears, and from the inside it is realized that God is inside, and He expresses Himself by this form, through this form, as this form. And whatever this form is doing, it is God's doing. That's your freedom. You are free. There's nothing wrong. It is God growing to His own wisdom and knowing what He is by means of this form He created. Ain't that happy? Only reality that exists is this now, but it is not now in time. This now moment is not in time. It exists as existence, as there's no word for that, what you cannot grasp, find, lose. That what is not to be found because it is. It is behind your eyes. It is a power. It is a possibility of creating time. That which has no substance, no form, no limits, exists behind your eyes. It is the screen on which the possibility that you are creates all these movements, forms, experiences, vision, sound, emotions. And you, until now, you have been projecting yourself from behind your eyes into that world that is created by the possibility that you are. You have a power, you are a power, and you use that power to create a world. And then you complain that you are busy and taken and unfree, imprisoned, but you created yourself, and then you go into that creation of yourself. You have to be alert and aware. Consciousness must be alert that you do it. You are your own creator. You create this world around you, and then you step into that world around you, and you don't like it. Well, the only solution is stop. But first understand that you do it yourself. That self which has no form, that what you are, behind the screen on which everything is projected. It's magic. Nobody knows where it comes from. All those images and sounds, they exist in your head, in your mind. And before the mind, there was peace. And then we go with our mind in our projected world, longing for peace. Peace is only there when there is no mind busy making a world. That's the real silence. See that screen inside you and stay behind it or go through it in this world. You can, and you do, we all do, but we can feel the peace from the source where this creation comes from. This peace, we can take it with us in the creation and just remember that it is only creation in the mind. All that you see. See who the seer is and not the sight. The sight will take you away and you are lost. And only when you know that you are the seer, then you can return even from the seer into the emptiness of the awareness. Awareness is what you are, and it makes up fantasy, consciousness of things appearing, and be conscious of trying to be free of the things appearing. But remember that you are the only one making it up. You inside yourself with only the energy of you and not the form of you. And there is this timeless moment that is eternal, free of time. This moment is free of time. And the time is the world, the happenings, the imagination, the creation. Yeah. See it. See the seer. That's your peace.